Hello, I'm attorney Dan Marr from the Nashua, New Hampshire law firm of Hamblett Kerrigan. I've been practicing here in New Hampshire for approximately 39 years and in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for about 30. I've been helping businesses and business clients with a variety of needs as well as other individuals. But I'm going to today focus in on selling your business. So you have a business, you've been working on it for many years, and you're perhaps at this stage thinking about selling. One of the first things you want to consider, and if you're thinking about selling your business, is what's the major assets of the going concern value? There's the assets themselves, the physical assets. There and there might be some existing contracts that's aren't easy for the customer to get out of, so that they'll continue on in existence for that period of time. But the big thing that most businesses are selling are going concern value, being the operation of the business is worthwhile. To the extent that you can, when you're selling the business, make it less about you and more about the entity itself, the ongoing entity, the better you are going to be able to get more money for the property, for the assets. Towards that end, if you have some key people, you might want to consider talking to your attorney about some type of change of circumstance, relationship, or transition agreement. I've done a variety of these where we have some key people that you do talk to, and you explain that you might be in a 3 to 5 year plan of retiring, and in that situation that they get a change of control bonus, maybe in a couple of stages. One at getting you through the finish line of the asset purchase sale or the merger of your LLC interests or your shareholder interests. A corporation would be shares, in a limited liability company would be membership interests, getting you through that hurdle, and then maybe a period of 6 months to a year afterwards, so that they get 2 tranches of bonuses there. That can be of assistance to you. It could be even a percentage of the purchase price, but you can address that and talk to your counsel. That's for some key people there. You also want to think about your reoccurring revenues. So if you're in a situation where you have one customer, it's going concern value may not be as valuable as if you have 12 or 100 customers that are all giving a decent amount of revenue, because the risk factor, just like the risk factor if the business is only about you and you get hit by a bus going across the street for lunch, how the business fails. Same thing with one customer. If one customer fails or one customer decides to go somewhere else, what's the relationship? What's the ongoing cost to the company? So the more it's spread out for customers, the more it's spread out for employees. It matters a lot. Those are 2 key issues that you want to think about considering for sale of the business. Other things you want to think about, of course, is there's the economics of what you do for sale. But I have had quite a few customers that are selling there thinking about, I want to keep the legacy going. I want to keep my employees have been loyal to me. So there's for the owners that are concerned about that factor as well. Obviously, you think about the difference between private equity, which is going to be replacing a lot of people and maybe running the companies to the ground. I do not find historically them being good business people, even though they think they are. And they will probably, you have a better chance with these customers and these employees leaving. And then there's the situation of the flip side of that is having an employee purchase the company where you think they're a really good employee and you're hoping that they're going to run it. They may be really good at sales. They may be really good in some other maybe the manufacturing. They might not be a good business person. I've seen a few situations where the employee purchase makes sense and it does work, but you have to really dig in and think about, does he or she or they have the ability to continue on the legacy and maybe improve the legacy? They might, but I have seen a lot of situations where people think that their only choice is either private equity or the employee as a middle ground. There's some companies that may be buying up market share. They might be in the area. They may be another customer that's a vertical integration. Think carefully about those things as to what you want to do. Maybe your business might supplement somebody else's business that's in a different portion of the supply chain. And that's vertical integration perhaps versus horizontal integration is buying up market share. You can think about all those things. So start thinking now as to what your market's going to be and who do you want to be your market when you're selling the business. Those are some of the things that I've dealt with. Then, of course, I deal with all the contracts going through that. I'm attorney Dan Marr at Hamblett Kerrigan at 603-883-5501, 603-883-5501. And you can check out my weekly vlogs by going onto our website, NashuaLaw, all one word, .co, and then click to my personal bio. And from there, you can get the YouTube channel that has my weekly vlogs all identified by topic. So I'd be looking forward to the opportunity of working with you if the opportunity arises. I'm at Dan Marr again, 603-883-5501. Thank you.